Good morning. It is October 27th, 2025. It's about 7:30 in the morning, and I am in beautiful Bonita Springs, Florida at Bonita Beach, where I always like to go fishing when I come here to Florida to visit my mother, and she is turning 90 in a couple days, so happy birthday to you, Mom. I really love it here. Right now, the water is so calm and peaceful. Look at all of those pelicans flying by. It is absolutely amazing here. However, since it is so peaceful, it's hard for me to see exactly where I should be casting because there's no waves dropping, so I can't see the low points. However, because the birds are flying by at that level and like 20 feet out, 30 feet out, I know that that's where the fish is. And I'm going to be fishing with some live shrimp. I have it just hooked up however I want to. I really don't think there's a right way or a wrong way to hook a shrimp. As long as it gets out there, they bite it. But some people like to put it on the tail, some people by the head. It's whatever you really want to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and get casting out. This is a pole that's been at my mom's house, so hopefully the line's okay. We'll see what happens. Last time I went fishing here and I used one of her rigs. Oh, that pelican wanted to go for my bait. Last time I was here and I was fishing with one of her rigs, the metal leader actually broke when I caught a big fish. I don't know if you remember that or not, because it was just so rusty and it wasn't taken care of. So, like I always say, it's time to sit back, relax, enjoy the scenery, and hopefully we'll get something. One of the reasons that I really love fishing the ocean, besides, fishing around Colorado Springs, is you just really never know what you're gonna get. Yesterday, I went fishing with my brother for a little while, and we caught a whiting, some jack, so a lot of ladyfish. Actually, we used one of the ladyfish for cut bait, and it worked pretty well because we were starting to run out of shrimp. Man, I see a lot of action on the top, a lot of little fish. So, let's see what happens today and see what kind of fish I get. I still like to do the tight lines. Starting to get a nibble already, but the thing is there's a lot of little fish, so I'm afraid that they're gonna be stripping my bait a lot, which they did. So we'll see what happens. Well, something's on it, not too sure. Something's nibbling. There we go. There we go. Let's see what it is. Yesterday it was nothing but ladyfish. I think it's another ladyfish. Oh, came off the line. This is what a ladyfish looks like. Really long and slender. It's good for cut bait, but I have plenty of shrimp right now, so I'm gonna throw this one back. But it's not a good eating fish. Sort of, I guess they call it a trash fish. Let's get this back. There he goes. Yesterday, our morning was filled with ladyfish. So hopefully that won't be the same case. I am at a different spot than I was before though. This is my drag a little bit. So the fun thing about ladyfish are they're jumpers. And they're okay fighters, but they're jumpers and that's sort of what's fun. I cast out over there Not exactly sure about what I'm seeing right in front of me. Looks a little brown. It looks like that's a, could be a sandbar right there. So right over there is a little rougher, so I'm going for that. They are pretty quick on the bite this morning, so let's just see what happens. See, they're fast. It's another ladyfish. Another ladyfish. Oh, it came off, that's good. Left my shrimp, thankfully. I only got a dozen shrimp. I had a few left over from yesterday. So if I start getting really low, I am gonna keep one of those ladyfish and use it for cut bait. Man. Another lady. Okay, another lady. Almost looks like the same one. They're taking my shrimp really fast. Here we go. Probably another ladyfish. It's gonna be a ladyfish day. Be nice if it wasn't. I mean, it's not jumping right now, so. Just a bunch of, had the drag to it. Seaweed. That's all right. Let's get it back out there. At least my bait stayed on. I cut my shrimp in half just so it would last a little longer. And I'm sure that live shrimp does much better, but yeah, it's still ladyfish. This is like three today already in 20 minutes. That's a bigger one though. That's a bigger one. Very nice. See if we can get the hook out. Let's use the tail of that shrimp now. That was the head. You know, I think by cutting a shrimp in half, it releases the shrimp aroma more than leaving it whole. That's just my thought. Because, you know, if you go into the ocean, the scent attracts. Like if you're bleeding, God forbid, the blood would attract the sharks, right? So cutting a shrimp in half, it's putting out that aroma, so it would attract the shrimp a little bit more. Maybe. So I decided to throw my line out a little farther, but I think it's hitting shallow water out there because I'm not getting anything. So it's sort of like, if I throw it out too far, I'm not gonna get anything. If I throw it out, you know, 20, 30 feet, sort of like this, it's like the ladyfish strike. Watch, now that I say that, nothing's gonna bite. I'm getting a nibble. But it's just acting like this ladyfish.
Good morning.
Good morning. Came off and took my bait. How about that? You know, I love the walkers. Typically they like walk around, but sometimes they just like cruise right in between. It's sort of funny. They're friendly, mainly, but oh well. So how do you like to put your live shrimp on your hook? My grandfather always taught me to do the tail and string it up, sort of like this. Remember, I don't think there's a right way or a wrong way, there's just ways. So this is what I always grew up doing. And it's always worked really well. As you can see, I've caught like 4 ladyfish. Like something else. Something else would be nice. So I'm casting it out pretty far, and then I wait a couple minutes, bring it in, wait a couple minutes, bring it in another 5-10 feet. So that's my method. It was that same guy. Bring it in a little bit. Who knows what it could be? Right. It is a whiting. That's a pretty nice one. A whiting, finally. Something was playing with it. Oh. Know if I lost my bait or not. Sure did. The sun's finally starting to come out and it's getting a little warm. Unlike last Monday when I froze my tail off at Palmer Lake. This is nice. I'd much rather be warm than cold. That whiting I caught is still alive and well in the bucket. If I don't catch any more, I think I might just set it back. Should be fine in that bucket for a good half an hour, I would think. He's doing okay down there. Getting another strike. There we go. There we go. Doesn't seem to, ladyfish. Darn. Another lady. Another lady. At least they're not like trout. They take it in the lip, so they're easy to release. Those trout really like to suck them down. I just released that whiting. You know, I just don't think I'm gonna catch a lot of whiting today, if any more. And it was a little bit on the smaller side. So I feel better about myself releasing that fish to let it get a little bigger. Well, I'm not too much of a fan of wading out in the water, but I do want to see if I can catch anything a little bigger out there. So I am going to wade in a little bit and cast out and maybe get another good 10, 20 yards out of my cast. Here we go. Always got to make sure to shuffle your feet. Never know if there's a stingray lurking. Or what? The water is like crystal clear. It's really nice. I can't go too deep. Make sure I check my pockets, make sure I didn't forget anything. Well, it's definitely getting deeper. Look at all the fish down there. There's like fish everywhere. Little ones. Okay, let's see how that goes. Hopefully I won't lose my bait. Getting everything tangled up in here. There we go. So that's got to be a good 20, 30 yards, right? Farther. Obviously, just letting my line pull out. I think if there's bigger fish out there, doing some cut bait would probably work out really well, getting it farther out. But I don't know, I could have landed on a sandbar out there. I just don't know. My idea of throwing it out there really far hasn't done anything in 10 minutes, so I'm gonna slowly start reeling it in. Like 10 cranks at a time, wait a couple minutes, 10 more cranks, wait a couple minutes, see what happens like that. Hopefully I won't lose my bait doing that. Let's see. Okay, so that was more like 11. I can't count. It's like, I want a bigger fish, but I'm seeing so much action still right up front. But it's like a lot of little fish and those ladyfish. So I hate to keep losing all my bait to these small fish and ladyfish. You can't blame me, right? Something. I think. I don't want to yank it too hard yet because I think it's just like nibbling at it. I want to be able to set the hook, but I need to wait till I feel that it has a firm grasp on it. And I'm not feeling that. If anything, it might have taken the bait. So I threw it out there pretty far and I cranked it in like 20 reels, 2 different times, 10 each. Yeah, I might have to bring it in. I bet I lost my bait. I don't know. Something's on it. Something was on it. at that. It's just like a okay, everyone, tell me what this fish is, because I have no idea. This is the first time I've ever caught a fish like this. That is really interesting. Really small. No idea. Oh, it has these like amazing teeth to it. Look at that. I don't know if you can see these teeth. That was pretty cool. That was a first for that type of fish. Huh. Hopefully it wasn't something crazy, like poisonous that I grabbed onto. I'm gonna wash my hand. All right, I'm gonna cast it short again. Probably get a ladyfish. So what do you think? If I get a ladyfish, maybe I should cut it up and then wade out there pretty far and throw it out there, hopefully past a sandbar, catch something bigger. I guess that's up to me, isn't it? Man, the fish are really jumping right out there. See if I have any bait left. Yeah, it's still on there. I've really thrown it short. That's where they are right now. They're just like 20 yards in, 20 yards out. So the tide is going out. Usually the best fishing is when the tide is coming in because the fish are coming in, but it's going out. So things are starting to slow down. I'm gonna once again, I'm gonna get a bigger shrimp on my hook. I'm gonna get it out there as far as I can this time. Here we go. Really wanna make sure that this hook, this shrimp stays on this hook. I'm gonna go out there, make sure I have nothing valuable in my pockets. I just need to make sure my line is not wrapped around the tip of my rod. See, it's still so shallow right through here. This is where I've been casting. It's getting deeper. Deeper and deeper. That seems pretty good. I said, I don't know if that sandbar's right there. This has been like the most interesting time I've ever been fishing here. It's usually like when the line goes, the line goes. But today, it's just these subtle little bites. Things have really slowed down here over the past hour here at beautiful Bonita Beach. I cast long, I cast short, cast left, cast right, straight ahead. No bites over the past hour. So thank you so much for watching this sighting adventure of fishing around Colorado Springs, far from home. That's too much of a Spider-Man ripoff, isn't it? But thanks for watching. And make sure to subscribe, like, ring that bell for future notifications. And you have yourself an amazing time, another Spider-Man ripoff, fishing around Colorado Springs or wherever you may be.